Let's get it. We are back from a long hiatus.
Full effect.
Your boy Kylie Watson. You're gonna say my name.
Your boy Lex Dot.
Your boy Lex that. Hey, you ruined the intros. You need to be more enthusiastic that we're back.
What is going on, guys? It's your boy Kylie Watson and your boy Lex Dizot.
Oh,
And
I
we
like
back.
that. I like that design.
Okay.
Let's go.
We back, you know, it's been a long We back, you know, it's been a long hiatus. It's been a nice bit of time that we've been up here, but we back better than ever.
Like we said from the beginning, we regular dudes, so real life shit happens. We had to take a step back, get our shit together, but we're here. And we ready to have fun, talk shit. You know what we do best.
Yeah, we're switching it up a little bit. Normally we try to stick to a topic and stay in the same area, you know, with the conversation. But you know, now we going on free conversation, free thoughts, free talk. Getting a little bit more into the swing of, you know, of what's going on in life, and just like just not sticking to one thought.
Thing. Yep. Shit. Speaking of all that shit, all this crazy shit that's going on, got the monkeypox. We got some guy named Adam Tate. We got Game dissing Eminem.
Oh, man, yes, sir.
Yo, we got it all, bro. It's so much shit going on in entertainment, like it's wild, and in real life. But you know, the whole Brittany Griner situation, that was one thing that I wanted to talk about too.
Wow, yeah.
Because it definitely, I get kind of mad. I know it sounds like fucked up, my take on it, but hey, shit, we could jump right into it. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm on the fence about it. Yeah, but since you started with you said you wanted to talk about Brittany Griner, yeah, I did have a few things to say, or questions I would say.
Like?
Yeah, you could just put it right there. Yeah, so, Brittany Griner got 9 years.
9 years.
For everybody, you know, from the post you see, for about an eighth of THC fluid, right? That's crazy.
It is.
I like I said, I'm on the fence about it because, like, I mean, we probably align with, you know, fuck was you doing out there with those THC pens, knowing the situation. I know she was excuse me, probably trying to get out of there because of
the situation.
And you know, she's just so happened to have those on her, and they was not letting that slide. So
I feel like there's a lot of ways you can look at it, go about it, but at the end of the day, it's like like you said, she's been there before, so she knew what the laws were.
Right.
So if she's gonna sit there and say, "Oh, I didn't know," I get bullshit, because I guarantee you what happened before. But they just let you rock because you played for one of their professional teams and they knew you was from America. But the situation that it was going down with the whole shit with Ukraine and them invading Ukraine, and then, you know, the U.S. not backing them, you know, something like that. You know they wasn't going to play that shit.
So you think that she's been caught before with some weed over there and they let it slide?
Yeah.
I don't think that WNBA players have that much pull.
Not in America, but overseas. That's why you play overseas.
I don't think they have that much pull over there. Just my opinion. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I feel like you knew what the deal, but even if she did it, you get what I'm saying? You still knew what the laws were. Because I'm pretty sure your team, the head of your team, the owner, the manager, the coach was like, yo, these are the rules you got to follow. These are the laws of Russia. Blase, blase, blase. So I'm pretty sure she knew. So, and for people to sit there and be like, oh, like, what?
My bad.
I seen a post. Now you good. Got it. Go back to it. I had seen a post. And they were talking about, oh, 9 years, da-da-da-da-da-da. If she wasn't black, it would have happened, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, do you know that this is not America that she got bagged in? I was like, trust me, everybody could agree that 9 years is that's crazy.
That's wild, yeah.
But at the end of the day, she broke a law in another country.
Right. So, okay. So, yeah, I was going to ask you that. I was gonna ask you, because they said so what you were saying is basically based on the fact that she was just not in America. So, their laws in regards to marijuana or any type of drugs are different.
Yeah.
Okay. And not because, oh, this is not America. Why the fuck are you talking about, her being a black woman? Because I think in Russia, like, you still, like...
Nah, there's still racism out in Russia. There's
racism,
racism all over the world.
Right.
Yeah, and I guarantee, I'm pretty sure that's all, it has something to do with it, but that's not what the situation is about. It's about she's an American.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Why.
There's also a bigger agenda behind it.
Yeah.
Which is, freeing their prisoners that they want out that was, making their country a nice amount of money from,
the arms dealers and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but at the same time, I look at it like this, like that'd be a crazy trade. We gonna give up an arms dealer, somebody that was selling fucking illegal arms all over the world for a fucking WNBA player.
Right, for Brittany.
But like it even goes, and it even goes with back to like when they try to come at, if that was LeBron, guess what? If that was LeBron, he wouldn't be in that situation because he wouldn't put himself in that situation.
Right, that is. I mean, it's different strokes for different folks. You can't really put LeBron and be like, oh yeah.
Like I hate how you try to bring that man into something that he had nothing to do with.
Right, they always do that.
And then they're like, oh, we need to bring her back. We need to bring I get it. We need to get her back, but the way they try to make it seem, to me, is like a little far fetched. It's like, yeah, go ahead and trade that arms dealer, that prisoner, that done sold illegal guns to all our enemies and all these motherfuckers, for a WNBA player who, guess what? If I was doing 9 years in a Russian prison, let's sleep her ass right up in her bed.
Right. So I'm also on the fence about them getting, letting the arms dealer go too. So
that's my shit. I get it now. If it was like we had like a athlete of theirs that did some illegal shit or something, then hey, fair trade. But it's like,
it's not a fair trade. But I'm not mad if the arms dealer gets out. And I'm not a criminal whatsoever. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not mad.
But if they gonna have the Dracos for the low, you know what I'm saying?
Like, holla at me.
I'm not promoting anybody, any illegal things in the streets. But this is ignorant genius, guys. Mm-hmm. And I'm just being real. I'm on both sides of the fence when it comes to things like that.
Like, I want her to come home.
I want her to come home.
Me? But it needs to be under some reasonable circumstances.
I also want, what's his name? Victor Boats. I'm not free my nigga Vic too.
Are you talking about the teacher?
No, the arms dealer.
Oh, what the
free
fuck?
my nigga Victor Boats too.
Might as well just trade him then.
Yeah. I'm not against this. Weird. I don't want Brittany. I want Brittany Griner to be free, but I don't want her to be free because I'm also like, let me tell you why. Because it's I'm on the fence. Like, I'm on the fence about it. Brittany Griner, she did get caught. You know what I'm saying? She was in another country. You do the crime, you do the time, whatever the case may be is. I don't know if they gave her extra time or is that the regular time they give people for marijuana. I just know it's a different country and their laws are different, so I'm not surprised to see it. So she gets the 9 years. I personally think that she does maybe 2-3 by the time.
I feel like that's reasonable. Fight for her to get a shorter sentence.
Now, I'm not saying it's going to be shorter. I think that she's just going to get out. They're going to release her, but they also going to release Victor too. And that's when they're gonna
do the trade, yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna do the trade. But that's another reason why I'm like, I don't know, should Victor be able to be released because of Brittany Griner? That's a heavy toll to pay. Because if you're American, you don't want Russia to make money. You don't want this man to be out here doing what he was doing before he went, before he got locked up. You kind of don't want to let him out if you're America. But if you're, the streets, you like, shit, let that nigga out.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna come out here. He gonna go back to Russia.
What you mean? Yeah, he's gonna go back to Russia. But what do you think he was doing in Russia?
He was
getting those guns off.
Yeah,
right.
You gonna go to Russia?
No, it's not about Russia. It's not about going to Russia. I'm not with Russia. I'm just saying, like, I'm with the streets too. You know what I'm saying? So,
Get the guns.
you know,
Get out and come back to America.
no, like, don't attack other people. Don't do. Just protect yourselves. It's for protection for the people that ain't able to, legally get it, but they still need to protect their family. At the end of the day, people don't think
feel
about.
you.
People are closed minded to a lot of situations like that. Like,
Oh, nah, yeah,
this person
definitely.
is in this situation, so they shouldn't have this. But it's like you can, like, even like we were saying, we had this conversation about guns, right?
Yeah.
About you tell people, they can't have any guns. You tell somebody in Alabama or Texas who live and their house is on land where animals are on their property all the time.
Iguanas and shit.
Bro, with the iguanas, stop. We talk about real shit that like bears and
I feel you.
mountain lions, coyotes and shit. Fucking iguanas.
Nah, I agree with you. I agree with you with that shit.
No.
The iguana shit just funny as hell.
It is.
I'm sorry, but
No, you good. I'm not really mad at you, but well, like, why is that your first? Right? Why is that your first selection of animals?
I don't
Iguanas
know,
and shit,
man. They
bro.
look crazy sometimes.
They probably make a nice belt. Give me any designers, y'all got iguana, make me a fire designer iguana belt, please. That would be dope. Orange, if you can, because I seen an orange iguana. That shit was
I
hard.
see one too. That shit was pretty.
Crazy.
That shit was pretty
you
as
scared
hell.
of them though.
It was pretty though. The color, the orange
Alright,
color, was
okay,
pretty.
okay.
I give it that.
But yeah, so we about to closing out with me personally. Like I said, closing out on the Brittany Griner situation and the Victor Boast, because it's really about both. It's not about one. But it's fucked up that she got locked up. But also, like, what are we supposed to do? They feel like, we need to go get her. No, we. What do y'all want? It can't be both, and that's everybody's issue. Yeah, they want it to be both. It can't be both all the time.
Nah, it's one or the other.
Right.
That's how I looked at that shit.
Yeah. So another thing I wanted to talk about was just throwing this out here because it's on my mind. All of these podcasts, potters, whatever you want to call it, them breaking up. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you noticed that the Breakfast Club, Angela Yee's leaving?
But that was more
Jesus
of a radio
Amiro.
show.
Huh?
But yeah,
It's a radio
like the
show,
Joe
but
Budden
it's a popular podcast. I mean, it's a vlog.
I feel like so pretty much like what the deal is with that. I don't know. I feel like it's just like these podcasts grow, and then they grow, like they get popular,
Yeah.
and then you got big companies like Apple and Spotify and all of them, and it's like, yo, we're gonna give you this for you to exclusively do your
Right, do this,
podcast on our shit or whatnot.
You is that what you think happened with Desus and Muro? Is that why you're saying that?
Deuces and Miro, I think they just went their separate ways because I think what they said the reason why was the reason. Like they wanted to explore different shit outside of just like they accomplished what they wanted to with a podcast.
Well, I mean, I seen that they had some issues with their manager and things like that.
That's possible.
That I mean, from what I seen, I'm not saying it's fact or fiction, whatever. I just seen it. This was on. It was a legit. It was something legit. I can't even bring it up. I hate when I do that. It's a time where I have something I want to say, but I mean the right. What is it called? The quote. The people who did it. And I just can't think of them right now. But yeah, so they basically said somebody had an issue with the manager. And it was, I believe it was Miro. And from there, like, it was a long ongoing process, like issue that they had.
Remember they had their own show, and it could have got to the point where they was like, all right, we need to push one forward.
Well, what you said also makes sense too, because it also aligns with what was also said there as well. Like, Miro got a deal that he wanted to, take, and it was exclusively for him, or maybe him and someone else.
Yeah,
and he had to kind of like go between deciding.
And it's like that's my dude, and we came up, but it's like this is also a bag.
Great opportunity.
And I feel like I feel like what's really the problem when it comes to a lot of them is that that's what happens. They let the bag get in between instead of them just being, or just like letting it be known, like, yo, I want to do this. This is what I want to do. This is where the bag's at.
Right.
If I could bring you along, I would. But if I can't, I don't need you to get mad at me because I want to take this venture.
Right. So
You get what I'm saying?
So now here's the thing. Like, I mean, I feel like there's options to it, you know. And the biggest issue is like with, you know, for instance, like maybe it's something with complex or whatever it is. Muro wants to, you know, they want him exclusively, right? They don't necessarily want to continue to work with Desus, whatever the situation is, right? But does that mean that Desus and Muro's show stops? No, it's just done with Complex. So they could do something else. So maybe that's something.
And I really don't see anybody else really coming at him with a crazy bag, because they show on Showtime.
Yeah, it's on Showtime.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's a bag in itself.
Right. So
to have your own show on Showtime.
What was it? What was the offer that they gave you for you to leave?
I feel like, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't an offer. Maybe it was probably the same, like a Joe Budden situation, where it was more of a money situation, where they were giving this person majority of the bread, even though this person is putting in just as much work. You know what I'm saying?
I missed that situation. So was that like Joe Budden wasn't
like
getting
when
enough?
He did his podcast, when he after he left Complex and was just doing his podcast.
Yeah.
I believe it was with the white dude, and basically Joe Budden was getting a bag and everybody else was just getting some chump change.
Oh, and they didn't like that.
Yeah, they wasn't like too for it. But like Budden like set them up though to be able to do their thing.
Right. Not even being funny. I don't know them. You know, like I'm not when I think of the podcast with Joe Budden,
it's the Joe Budden's podcast.
Right. It's no disrespect to those guys, you know, but it's like you know, it's hard because they did put in work and they had a lot of, you know, great takes, but it's also you came on with such a star when it comes to podcasting that it was almost
but that's what I'm saying though. Like I don't feel like what they got paid wasn't what they should have.
Yeah.
It's my thing is that's where you are as a group, as a podcast group, or people that y'all gotta come together and be like, yo, this is what the numbers is looking like.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I said to be honest, I said all that to say we got an opportunity to slide in there.
Yeah. But for real, like fucking I honestly do feel like money plays a major part.
Yeah.
If not one person getting a solo deal, whatever, it's probably one person getting more bread than the other, and motherfuckers just can't come to terms with the situation. But that's usually how it is, especially when you start hitting that height and you start signing those type of deals.
Right. I mean, but the biggest part is like, especially knowing your situation. If you're on a podcast with Joe Budden, just get your bag, put your bag up. I mean, eventually it's gonna be a time. I mean, you gotta think, like, especially when he's been doing it for so long, like he's one of the big faces of it.
Like I was watching the shit. He actually had fucking academics on it. And
yeah,
it was after the Complex one, and they would talk about their whole shit and how it split up. And fucking what you call it? The way Joe Budden explained it, like after he dipped, he was like, "Yo, I left y'all on a high note. I left y'all with people knowing who the fuck you were,
right,
and shit like that." And I'm like, "Yeah, he right. I'm like, yeah, he dipped, got a bigger bag and dipped." Because he seen what they were doing, but he opened the doors for everybody else.
Did you hear what Axe said?
What he said?
Where he was kind of like, that Joe Budden shitted on them on his way
out. Yeah.
Joe Budden low-key shits on everybody on his way out, if you peep.
But he set Academic up. Academic now is Complex.
He did, but he shitted on them on the way out. Like the last few episodes that he did, he was just straight rude, just fuck everybody, like you know.
Yeah, he could. I'm saying, like, you know, shit happens.
I mean, when you trying to make a point, I guess, and that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to make a point. I mean, sometimes that's what it takes. I mean, he did, and you're right. It did end for them on a high note. They had opportunities But yeah, he was also saying like people were like praising Joe Budden. They were serving him on hand and feet, like things like that. And he was like, I don't feel like that. Joe Budden was like, no. It's like
He's like, that's what they're supposed to do. I'm the breadwinner.
Right.
Which that's what they do.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what it is. Motherfucker like Joe Budden's a dickhead about it though.
Joe Budden's a dickhead.
So I get why motherfuckers was mad. So, but shit, that's like if we come like, you know what I'm saying, and they're like, yo, why are you the face? You feel me? They gonna treat you better than they go treat me. If they feel like you the head and like you gonna be the one that they can do something with.
That's why I feel like these Miro situation is a little bit different because they came. I know that I guess they had a buzz separately before. It's just information I'm getting from somebody's, you know.
No, I was introducing like them together.
Yeah, that's how I seen them was together. But
Yeah.
from what I heard, they had a buzz separately, and then they got together and they were possibly put together, but they also might have known each other. So I don't know how it works. I'm going with how I met them, which was together, and it's like if you came up together, like even like okay. First of all, signing with somebody else, like we already got, we sitting down together. We coming up with these terms, like if this is how you want the show, or this is what you have a plan. First and foremost, the plan doesn't go this way without this person. You feel me? Like if anything, I'm doing separate. Like that's cool. I might do something separate, but at the same time, like I don't want it to stop or end what I also have going on with because that's not. That wasn't the goal, so that's ignorant genius is specified, a little bit different from, maybe Desus and Mero, even though they are separate entities like Desus and Mero.
Yeah. So. Yeah. You know how it is, man. It's crazy though. Like I honestly feel like it's as long as it's communication, bro.
Right.
Especially when it comes to contracts. Especially when it comes to money.
Exactly.
And shit like that. I don't think there'll be too much. I don't think, motherfuckers will have problems.
Right. And I mean, even with contracts, contracts come to an end. Everything comes to an end. So it's like, what do you do? What do you do next? As long as
as long as like you know what I'm saying, like you like, all right, after this contract or like we out, this is what I want to do. You gotta respect that,
right? Because
regardless at where we at, because at the end of the day, if you up here and it's our show and they like I said, they could treat you better, whatever. I'm still like right here.
But my thing is like,
so if motherfucker want to go their own way and vice versa, so if motherfucker want to go their own way, you still have your platform now that you.
Yeah, facts. But why? I mean, people always gonna have their preference for who they like to listen to.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing is first, why we always have to be like, oh, this person. I've never thought about that with Desus and Mero. You know what I'm saying?
Like, but that's what I'm saying. I think we good though, cause like we got mad shit we got in common, but then we also got our own lanes.
Right.
You feel me? So it's like we
haven't disagreed too much on the show though.
Nah, not too much. Some shit. That yeah.
What we disagree on? I don't remember. Can't recall. I'm not asking you to.
I'm trying to think about it. I don't know.
One thing I remember was some bullshit though. It was like some comic book or Marvel movie shit.
Man, we always disagree on that shit.
Right.
No, it's always the movies discussion.
You never like my concept.
You never liked
theories.
my concept.
Nah, don't be.
It's like you hated the Joker.
It was terrible.
I loved it.
Still terrible.
And guess what? I can't wait for the second one to come out. You know what's
so funny? We just had this conversation yesterday. So last night, we had this conversation, and somebody agreed with me. I'm not going to bring him up, only because it's my dog. I'm just not going to bring him up because I don't want to be like, oh, well, fuck CJ. Well, too late. Too late.
I was about to say, I don't
Sorry,
think
fucked it
I was
up.
like, it's only CJ because he's the only other one I know that watches movies the way we do.
So, boom. So, yeah, so we we watching The Dark Knight Rises. So We sitting there watching it. We having a debate about that. We're gonna talk about that as well too in a second.
Man.
And I don't give a fuck how you feel, bro.
I love
You
The Dark Knight
disrespectful.
Rises. That's
Shut
my
up,
favorite
bro,
movie.
shut up.
One of my favorite movies.
All right, so because I'm gonna get on your ass.
So you can't say nothing about that.
All right, so boom.
Oh no, you said Rises, the one with Bane. Yeah, no, that's not one of my favorite movies.
Exactly.
The Dark Knight is.
Exactly. So
The one with
anyway,
Joker, the one with Bane, that shit was whack.
so we were watching.
That shit was corny.
We were watching. You're bugging. We were watching Dark Knight Rises, right?
Batman.
Stop
outta
it,
here
bro.
with
You're
that
wilding. You're wilding. You're wilding. There was a scene, bro. Bro. Anyway, let me finish. Let me say what I'm about to say. So we're watching that shit, and this nigga, his girl brings up the Joker, like, oh, and the Joker movie was a good. I'm like, no, that was trash.
Oh,
Right.
I wish I was there. 'Cause
All right,
I would
so-
have backed up.
All right, so boom. So I'm like, as a movie, the movie's a great movie. Until they named it The Joker. That's when they fucked up and they started trying to call him the Joker. It was
the Joker.
No, take all of that shit out and that's a pretty solid movie. But the fact that it's supposed to be about the Joker.
A man
fucking
that was
terrible.
once sane, that became insane.
He was a regular nigga, bro.
Oh, he wasn't. He
And
was
had a
crazy, man. He was
disease.
already fucked up
he
in the
wasn't
head.
crazy. He was crazy, but he was like,
He was fucked up in the head,
yeah,
bro.
but still, like, he wasn't like he
And
wasn't
then,
no villain, bro.
then he just tipped over the edge.
Yep, but he wasn't no villain though.
Nah, he wasn't. But
He
that's
wasn't
the
even- he
whole.
wasn't no
But that's the
supervillain.
whole
He
shit
wasn't a
about
villain.
the city around him makes him like that. Makes him seem
but
like
it
he's
made
this
him. It
villain.
just made him another.
You
regular
just
nigga.
wanted to see
It
Batman
just
in
made
there
him
to
the
fight
killer
him.
clown. That's it. That's all.
You wanted. He wasn't even really a killer clown though.
Right. He only killed one person.
Nah,
So how
he
the
killed a
fuck
few people.
Oh yeah, he did. He did.
He killed a few people, but that was the whole point. Like
But-
it was his fall into madness.
bro, that was just a.
That's
regular
why the
nigga,
second
bro. I'm
one,
sorry.
oh man, that shit gonna be fire.
Bro, I'm not like I don't support a second Joker.
I do.
I do not support a second.
And they
Joker.
gonna have Harley in it. Let's get it.
I'm cool on that. I'm straight.
Yeah, all right, watch.
I could
Watch,
do
you gonna
that,
be like,
bro.
yo, that shit fire, bro. That shit
Nah.
way better than the first one.
I mean, I could agree. I will agree that it's better than the first one if I decide to watch
if
it.
if they do it the way I think they're gonna do it, I think it's gonna be way better than the first one.
All right, so you and this Bane voice shit, like,
Batman.
bro, that shit was
that
so,
shit was horrible.
that shit was
Fucking
A1,
Tom
bro.
Hardy. What
That
the
shit
fuck was he
A1.
thinking? That shit was whack, bro. What was so good about that movie?
Bane,
The Bane sucked.
you're bugging, bro. Like just how he set shit up, how he was the voice that you don't like. Like I is this
Bro,
one
that
scene,
voice
bro?
is so stupid. They
You're
even make fun of
wildin'.
it on the Harley Quinn show.
I do not care. What Harley Quinn show?
The shit on HBO Max, the adult show Harley Quinn.
All the
sounds like this.
all the doo doo stuff that's on HBO Max at DC.
Nah, that Harley Quinn show dope as hell. It's
I'm
a comedy
sorry.
show though,
I'm
but it's
sorry.
funny as hell.
It's something. No disrespect. I'm not saying that it's not good, but I'm not watching it.
I'm saying it's on season 3 now, my man.
That's cool. Batwoman made it to season 3,
That shit got canceled.
but it made it to season 3.
No, I think it only went season. I think it got
It
one
went-
season
no, it
coming
went
out. One more.
3 seasons.
No, one more coming out. I think.
So
I'm not
four-
sure.
season 4.
I'm not positive.
I'm not. I don't think so.
I know Flash the season coming out is its last season.
Now I like Flash. I watch Flash, but let's be
I
honest.
stopped after like season 6.
Thank you. It's a terrible show.
It was all good
It was cool.
until like
they just-
season 6.
once they brought Flash number 4, I was just confused. I was like,
He's like,
who, I was
which
like,
Flash
who's this
is
again?
this one?
Who is this?
Nah, yeah. We ain't gonna talk DC shit though.
No. We're not gonna rag on. I'm a DC guy. I'm just disappointed in DC. That's all. feel
You
me?
know they haven't officially greenlit the Batman 2.
They haven't.
They haven't done it yet. Like it's in process, but they haven't greenlit it.
What the
Be-
fuck
after-
does greenlit mean? I'm not. that
Meaning
good.
like the heads up are like yes, and signed a check to put the money up to make the movie.
You're wilding.
That's what I said, but that's because fucking AT&T just sold Warner Brothers again. They just sold it to Discovery.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
gonna be
they
crazy.
canceled the Batgirl movie, and the shit was made. It was done already.
Don't care.
What?
Don't care.
What? We was about to get a Hispanic Batgirl.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't care.
What?
Nah.
I hate you.
No. We got Miles. Okay.
We do got Miles, but
Yeah, in a game. So all right.
he's coming. He's coming to real life eventually.
Right.
He is.
But yeah, nah, like, you know, we gonna get a Spanish superhero.
They haven't canceled Blue Beetle yet, so I'm happy about that. So
Blue Beetle, that's gonna be fire.
yeah, but the reason why is because they only canceled Batgirls because it was supposed to be an HBO Max straight streaming movie. But Blue Beetle was coming out in the movies. That's why they haven't canceled that.
Okay.
They and fucking I don't know why they haven't canceled Flash yet with Ezra Miller's all his bullshit going on.
That shit is terrible. That shit
But
terrible. Flash runs retarded, guys. I do not like Flash and this DC shit. I'm gonna see the movie because I gotta see what they're gonna throw in it.
No, not even, bro. They might not put it out. They might take that. They might take that hit.
Cool. I'm straight. I could do without.
Nah, I would. Because
they was gonna try to unveil too much, and this running shit.
But that's the whole point, yeah. So like a lot of the shit that was already made or in the process of being made might come out just so they could get the check. You know, just
get the money back.
But it ain't gonna be nothing. It has no significance on the future of DC movies. Because that's why they're already getting rid of it.
They always do that shit.
Because they continuously getting so like the new heads is like, oh no, this is what we're gonna do now. That's why DC can never get a steady fucking story because they're always getting flipped. But then the heads is like, no, we still want to keep these actors, but we don't want that story. So it's like, yo, you can't keep
starting over.
Exactly. So
but nah, Discovery they gonna have to keep.
Discovery already said it. They said they're gonna do what Disney did with Marvel. They're giving DC their own studio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Discovery's gonna be Discovery. From what I seen of their channel, it looked like it's alright.
They got Discovery Plus, and now they're about to add everything HBO and Warner Brothers.
Right.
They about to have a crazy catalog on that shit because they said they cutting HBO Max out. They said they're gonna cancel that shit.
HBO Max is kind of
Nah, that shit's one of the hottest ones.
It's boo boo.
Hell nah, bro.
HBO
crazy,
Max
bro.
is boo boo.
Wow, and they got House of Dragons about to come out. You tweaking, bro. You bugging. And Westworld's on there right now. This man right here.
Yeah. No.
Yes.
Westworld is straight.
Westworld is the shit.
My pops be watching it. I finally got him to watch something. He like Westworld.
Cause it's good. He go. What season he on?
I don't even know. I haven't asked him.
It's only 4 seasons, right?
I don't know. He might have watched the whole thing.
But they long though.
But I'm gonna keep it G with you. I watched probably like a couple episodes. I was like, yeah. And I told him to watch it. He watched it. Just kept watching it. It's crazy, right?
You gotta go back and rewatch those couple episodes.
Did you see the Sandman?
Man, who you talking to, bro?
I ain't seen enough of it. That's all I was gonna
What? I watched the whole series in a day. You probably fell asleep.
Gone.
Nah, the show is slow, but you gotta listen. But it's dope as hell.
I'm only halfway through because I watched it. You know.
Do you like it so far though?
Yeah, I do.
So you already know he already met Lucifer though, already.
No. Yeah. It was a woman.
Yeah. I was mad about that though.
Why?
Because like I thought that they were gonna connect the Lucifer show that they got on Netflix from
that's
Fox.
The same people?
Yes, that's the same people. That's the same universe.
I didn't.
DC owns that too, by the way.
I couldn't get with.
Yeah,
Lucifer.
That's DC. Yeah,
I couldn't get with Lucifer.
What?
I know that's Warner Brothers.
Nah. I feel it, but the way the Sandman show is now, I want to see like a Lucifer spinoff because I feel like I could get behind how they're portraying the Lucifer.
I haven't
character.
seen Lucifer because when I first watched it, it was just too like, I'm Lucifer. Like how you feel about Bane, I feel about that. When I first just the introduction was just cheesy.
Oh no, nah, he was phenomenal. Cheesy. I think he was phenomenal as Lucifer.
I didn't watch it, so that's what I'm saying. I didn't see enough to say whether he was good or not. I only seen enough to say that it was gonna be hard for me to watch it.
I suggest you go watch it. Yeah, you talk about me.
HBO Max is fire. You said HBO Max is fire.
Yeah, it is. They got everything.
No, they don't. They have a little bit.
They have it all.
They have a few things.
They have it all.
Bro, I have HBO Max.
So do I.
You know what I do when I get out HBO Max? I be like, still don't got no new shit. Home.
No, I'm like, oh shit, I feel like watching a Batman animated film. Boop.
Oh yeah, I mean, for you, it's obviously great because they got all the Batman animated films, the shows you can
Like
watch.
they
All
just
that.
dropped a DC showcase with Constantine, and you seen the
They
Dark
do-
Side Apocalypse
They
War,
do
right?
got the Friday trilogies up there though.
Yeah, they do because they own that.
Yeah, they do got the Friday trilogy. That's straight.
They got all that,
That's straight.
everything.
That's cool.
Yes, it is.
Harry Potter stuff like
Yeah.
that. You know, they got some nice stuff. if you
Scooby
into
Doo
that.
movies.
I just recently got into Game of Thrones, so when I found out that Game of Thrones was up there after, that might have been why I was. So
Where you
late
at
to
on
it.
Game of Thrones?
I'm done with Game of Thrones.
Oh, I was
I'm waiting
about
for the
to
new shit to
say.
come out. Come on, man.
Can't wait. I'm excited.
Shout out to my nephew because it was his birthday today. You guys, when this episode came out, so
Shout out
it's
to
my
his nephew.
birthday, yeah,
Happy
so
birthday, nephew.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Neo.
I'm over here looking at the camera, waiting
Right.
for somebody to
Say
respond.
something
Thank
back.
you.
Right.
But nah, yeah, fucking. It's been crazy though. But yo, we had a great podcast today.
Run it back.
We had a great podcast today. Lex, we out. Kylie Watson,
We out.
y'all have a blessed one. Peace and love. Ignorant geniuses, we back.